Bass drum hoops, episode 62, part 4 of the vintage style with the flame maple and Inlay Shell Pack. It is just before Christmas, so this will be the last video until January on the drum making side. I was thinking about doing some in between just with bits I've already recorded, but I can't be bothered. I'm going to have a rest. So when I close, and we'll be back up, and I don't know, 5th of January or whatever it is, whatever that Monday is, whenever kids are back at school. So yeah, so this will be the last one. So click that little bell thing, and then you'll get notified when a video does go up. There may be part 2 of the music video that I put up a couple of weeks ago going on, but other than that, this will be your last fix until Jan. I'm hoping to get the oil on in this video, so there'll be the sanding and oiling. This is the bass drum hoop which I made in the last one. It's come out now. I've sanded it, just machine sanded so far. I've took it to 240, and then I will probably go one step further just by hand before the oil. You don't want to go too smooth. You can smooth it when you've got your finishes on. Otherwise, you just close all the pores completely. Even more important, if you're ever doing a stain and things like that, don't go too crazy with the fineness of the grip. What were I saying? So yeah, so I've got to work out my measurements now and cut this into 2 bass drum hoops. Obviously, when you're sanding, if you make them in a cylinder like this, get the bulk of your machine sanding done when they're like this, because then you're not sanding through edges, which is dead easy to do on a single hoop if you're doing it by machine. And I've got a lot of sanding to do, so I ain't got time to do it all by hand. So I'm going to get cracking with this, and we'll see where we get to. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year and all that jazz, and I'll see you in 2026. Oh, I can really do with a pencil. Where's my pencil gone? Right, so that is the centre of one hoop. That's the centre of the other hoop. And we'll do this in mil, it'll be easier in mil. So 1 3/4 inches on the hoop, which is 45 mil, there or thereabouts. So we'll do 42. This is hard when I'm trying to film it, otherwise I won't be doing it like this, but we'll try, and then I'll check it off camera when I can do it how you'd normally do it. Right, so as you can see, that's going to be one hoop, that's going to be the other hoop. So I'm going to flatten off this edge, so it's square for running it round the table saw. Then measure the distance, do that cut first, and then this little bit, I think it's too wide to just sand, and ideally I'd have liked it a little bit wider to run around the table saw, because it can get a bit tricky when you're just taking a little slither off, but it should be okay. So we'll need to do 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut, 4 cut, which should give us 2 hoops. So I've done the hoops. The hoops have been sanded and cut, so they'll be ready for oiling tomorrow. I'm going to start on the shells now. So as I think I said when I was doing the hoops, I always start off with the highest grit I can get away with. So in this case, I think 180 should be fine. Because otherwise, the lower grit you do, the more swirls you've got to remove from the grit itself. So I'm going to 180 is fairly fine, but I think that should be enough to just clean up. You can just see just those little edges, and then just flatten everything. There's not much to do. If this was a mahogany, you might have to start at an 80 grit or something like that. And work your way up them. But for these, I'm going to start at 180. I'll probably do 180 and 240 with the machine. Then maybe do a 320 by hand just to finish them off before the oiling. But we'll just play it by ear or by touch, and we'll see where we go.